Hi, this is David Cloninger with the State Newspaper. We're here in Seattle, Washington, talking with Dawn Staley as her team is about to play in the NCAA tournament round of 32 against Oregon State. Coach, welcome and thank you for doing this. Just general impressions of Oregon State. I know that you haven't had a lot of time to scout them, but what have you seen from them over the year in highlight films, and what have you seen from them in film study going into this game?
Well, they're a very good basketball team, number one. I think they're very good because they have a great point guard. They got great inside play. They got some length. And they have some shooters that will stretch you out on the perimeter. And when you have all of those things working in your favor, you tend to have a successful season.
Obviously, you were a terrific point guard, kind of redefined the position as it's played. Do you see that in what Sydney Weiss for Oregon State can do for their team, and how difficult will it be to try to stop a player of her caliber?
Well, I think, Sydney Weiss poses, a challenge for us because of her height, because of her ability to find open teammates, and, her ability to score the basketball. She is someone that is a lot different than we've seen all season long. But we also, we're probably a little different team that they've seen, being in the Pac-12 and us playing in the SEC. So it's going to be probably us and them imposing our wills on each other, and whatever team finds a way to find stretches in their game that will cause momentum to shift is going to win the basketball game.
Coach, you've talked a lot about this being a business trip. You're not out here to sightsee, you're here to win ball games, but do you sense that your players are enjoying just the feel of being in the NCAA tournament and not taking that for granted? I mean, there's only 32 teams left playing in the big tournament right now.
Well, I think our team is at a good place. I think they have, seen the season pretty much come a long way, and I think this is the end. This is the part in which, they played for all season long. I think they're excited. I think they're focused. I think they want to, have a long extended stay in the NCAA tournament, and they're in a good place.
You have a lot of tournament experience as a player and as a coach with Temple and with South Carolina. Just what was always the best part of being in the tournament? Among any of those places or when you were a player, just what was the thing that you'll always take with you, when the day comes that you're not coaching anymore?
Well, I think it's the excitement of it, to spend all day in the hotel room watching the men's and the women's tournament. Then you're actually able to, participate in it, going over doing the press conferences and then doing the practice preparation. All of those things are, bring so much excitement to it. But I'm glad I'm able to see it on the other side, being a coach and watching our players enjoy the excitement of it, see the bright lights come on and they're able to perform and execute and be successful in the NCAA tournament.
Obviously, you guys are trying for another Sweet 16 appearance. It would be your second in 3 seasons. At Temple, it was kind of that barrier you never could quite get to. Just is there any pressure on you to say that, especially with the number 1 seed, that you really got to get to the Sweet 16?
Well, I mean, there is pressure. I think there's pressure that comes with being a number 1 seed, but at this stage of the game, watching the men's tournament, watching the women's tournament, everybody's playing their best basketball at this time. I'm just hopeful, that our team plays its best basketball. If that triggers us being able to get into the Sweet 16, great. If someone beats us playing our best basketball, I have to be satisfied with it. Of course, I want to, continue to play, but I want our kids to play the type of basketball that got us here. And if we do that, more times than not, we're going to end up on the winning side.
Your players have spoken freely about getting to the Final Four. You said, mentioned the terms about winning a national championship. Do you encourage that kind of talk in the locker room to keep your goals set out there? And some coaches would say you don't mention the next step until this one's taken, but you guys have always seemed to say, let's go and set our sights pretty high.
Yeah, I mean, you have to plant the seed. We say we just want to get to the Sweet 16. If we get to the Sweet 16, I think everybody would be just happy to be there and not really have, goals of achieving more. I think ultimately we want to win a national championship. And in order for you to do that, you have to go through, these levels. You have to get to, round of 32, to the Sweet 16, to the Elite 8, and then on. And I think, for our team, I want them saying that. I want them, having aspirations of becoming a national champion. because they'll work hard for it. They'll want to not end their season prematurely.
Coach, you look at this team, and you knew it was going to be talented coming in. You knew you had a lot of returning talent and everything, but did you expect it to be this good? 28-4 SEC regular season champs in a #1 seed in the tournament. Did this team catch you by surprise?
This team did catch me by surprise. Did I think we could one day win an SEC championship? Yes, I did. Did I think it was going to be this year? I had no idea. And I don't like to set our goals until I know what type of team we're going to have, what kind of identity we'll have. And I didn't know that because we lost our leaders, we lost, 3 starters, we lost pretty much the backbone of our basketball team through graduation. So it would have taken me a little bit of time to kind of figure out where everybody fits into their role. But I do think by them sacrificing their summer and the fact that we're able to work with our players throughout the whole summer really helped, formulate some team chemistry, formulate a bond between the players and the coaches. And I think once we all got on the same page, it made it more special because we got out the gates pretty hard and pretty strong with some success. And once that starts happening, they want more. I think they've been greedy about it, and they want more. And I don't think it stops with us being at the NCAA tournament.
You've had a great season so far. It's still going. I know you don't want this to end, but just looking ahead, you only lose one senior. You have what's right now the #4 recruiting class coming in next year. How exciting is it to see not only what this program has done this year, but about what's ahead?
Well, I'm going to stay in the moment, but you also have to look at the big picture. I think this young team has been pretty successful. I think they're able to, do some things that not a lot of people projected. And we're fairly young. One senior will probably return all of our starters. Add the future, which is the top recruiting class in the country. I think the sky's the limit for this program, but we also have to understand how our success was based on. It was based on great team chemistry, leadership, the ability to play together, the ability to accept our roles. And if we can continue that, I think we will, one day win a national championship.
Great. David Cloninger with the State Newspaper. This is Coach Dawn Staley. South Carolina versus Oregon State tomorrow night, 9:30. We'll see you there.